Start by recording this. Come on to here. Down to this. Hello and welcome to the Freedom Life School podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Today's episode is about positive thinking and how it isn't so bad. Now, before we get into this episode, I would like you to go to freedomlifeschool.com/free-live-workshop. This year, I'm giving away a free course. Now, I am just finishing up on the course now, but I want to make sure that the course has got everything in it. So if you can just answer the one question of your number one question to how to reconnect with yourself and find happiness back in your life. Now, this one question will help me finalize the course to make sure that everything is in it to help you get the best transformation possible. And if you do that, then you will get the course, which retails at about £150 for free. It is a 6 weeks course that will help you transform your life to creating a better and happier life so when you reconnect with yourself. Now, let's get into this episode about positive thinking. Now, why I say it isn't so bad is because whenever you talk to someone about positive thinking, you've seen it, they roll their eyes, they think, oh, who's this again talking about positive thinking? Why do we need to be positive? Positive thinking doesn't get us anywhere. Blah, 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 blah. That's all you ever hear when someone says about positive thinking. But it's more of a mindset. Positive thinking is more of just thinking to yourself of how you're going to change your attitude and how you're going to create a better life for yourself. That's all it's about. It's not about saying to yourself, positive thinking is going to change everything. Now, there's a quote by Zig Ziglar. I don't think I'm going to do this justice, but he says, positive thinking won't help you with everything in your life, but positive thinking will help you do everything in your life better. Meaning that if you think positively towards the things that you need to do, then obviously you're going to do them better. But if you're coming into a situation and it's negative and you don't want to do it and you hate doing it, then obviously you're not going to put 110% into it. So that is all I'm trying to say about positive thinking. If you're bringing forth this positiveness that you can achieve it, you can believe that this is going to help you in the long run, then what's stopping you doing it? Why is the human race decided that positive thinking is such a negative thing? Like it just seems to be totally backwards. I just don't understand it. Like, how can one person say to you, right, maybe instead of reacting towards that scenario this way, if you decided to do it this way, look how much better your life would actually be. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. That would mean I'm actually, creating more happiness in my life. It just seems strange to me that people think badly about positive thinking. Now, one of the books I highly recommend is See at the Top by Zig Ziglar. I've said it a few times. If you've not seen it, then please go and read it because it is an amazing, amazing book that helps you bring up your own self-esteem and it helps you, sort of reconnect with your own abilities to be the best self that you could possibly be, which ultimately is what you should be doing anyway. But we get so hung up by external things like our bills need paying, our kids have stressed us out, our car's broken down, the work we go to we hate. All these things have just built up over time that we have now come to realize that it's a cesspool, basically. All this is just building up into one big massive cesspool that's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and soon it's just going to explode and crap all over everything. So thinking positively isn't bad, and we need to change our mindset to when someone says, why don't you think a bit more positively, and think to yourself, you know what, yeah, I am going to think more positively. I get told off from my girlfriend all the time, for saying, why are you being so positive for? It's because I never used to be like it. Before I even discovered that I really had an issue, because I'm going to admit it now, I had loads of problems and issues with my own self-esteem and my own self-image and how my life was going, and I've turned it around to a better place. I'm not perfect, I'm no expert, but I am trying to become better every day and try and pass the knowledge that I've learned on to other people, which, in my opinion, is just creating a better life for not only me and my family, but the people that I come in contact with. So, as I was saying, we was on the phone the other day. My girlfriend was stressed out a little bit, let's just say the least. She was needed to do a lot of things. I wasn't there. Her mum was supposed to come over to help, but she was busy doing something else, so she was a little bit stressed. So I started saying something a little bit positive, and let's just say I ended up with my ear being chewed off. So sometimes it's not necessarily accepted when someone says it to you, but it's how you then deal with it from there. I just said, okay, no worries then, I'll just speak to you later. And then later on, she rang me up and apologised for snapping at me. Everyone has got their own situations in their life that frustrate them. So you've just got to be more open and forgiving and compassionate, that it's all it's all down to what has happened that day. And if you can stay positive, then even the bad things might not necessarily be that bad thing. Now, the same thing about law of attraction. I believe this strongly, that whatever you put forth into the universe, you're going to get back. So if you're putting out bad, negative feelings, then you're obviously going to get them back. Not everyone believes exactly the same as me, but I personally feel like that is the way the universe works. So even if you don't believe that, but you would like to think that if you're doing good in the world, then at least you get good back. Now, what gets me is when people decide, right, that's it, I'm going to change, I'm going to start being good. And what do they end up doing? For about a week, probably not even a week, maybe 3 days, they put out this energy of being good, bad, it's good, sorry, and then something bad happens to them, like the car breaks down. They go, oh, look, I've been positive for the last 3 days, see what happens, my car breaks down, blah, 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 blah. So then, what they're not expecting is, that car breaking down might be something magical. If they're looking for a girlfriend, what might happen is that car's broken down, they have to get towed to the nearest garage. At that garage is this sexy woman that they've fallen madly in love with on the first sight, and this woman feels exactly the same for him. They meet up, they talk, they get each other's numbers, and then they spend the rest of their life together. But until that car is broken down, you would have never met that woman in the first place. So don't necessarily think that everything that's bad in your life is actually bad. It's how you perceive it. That they say, facts are, I read this statement saying, facts are only facts to the person who states them, which is very true. So if I think something is bad, then it's only true to me as my fact. Not anyone else's, because someone else, they might think that's an opportunity, that is something amazing. So, as we've been saying, try and think more positively. Try and put yourself out there and put yourself in scenarios that make you feel good, that make you put into more positive. And try not to think of being positive in a bad way, because it's not intended to make your life perfect. It's just it's there to make your life better, because you're choosing to use positivity to change the outcomes of what you think is negative. Right, that's it for today. Again, please go to freedomlifeschool.com/free-live-workshop, where you'll get the free course. Just answer the one question, your number one question of how to reconnect with yourself and create happiness, and you will get free access to the 6-week course. It will be transforming your life, and you will just be amazed how much value you get for free. So, that's it for today. I hope that I've kind of spread a little bit of light on how you can use positivity to your benefit and not use it as a negative when someone tells you to be more positive. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in again, guys. I really, really, really do appreciate you being here. And I'll see you again soon.